Been a professional trader for almost 20 years. Next year it will be 20 years. From 1998, professionally managed my money. From 2008, start manage the client's money as well. As of right now, I'm a professional trader, and I'm running the company, Gerchik Company. We basically supply the people with the access to the Forex market. As of today, we're gonna try to do a little webinar where we're possibly gonna try to answer the questions about the currencies, about euro, about the pound, maybe Canadian dollar, maybe oil, and gold as well. If you're gonna like it and you're gonna find this attractive and you're gonna like it, what we do, you can start writing the emails and with the questions. I'm a purely technical trader. I don't trade anything except sometime in a usual way, which everybody is doing it. And most of the time what I trade, the key to my success is the false breakouts. But the most important thing, in order for you to understand the false breakout, you've got to understand the levels. So if you do understand the levels, then false breakout will basically come and it's going to make you money. This is my professional office. That's what we have. That's how we work. I have a few people with me. As I said, we trade our own money and clients' money. So if you're gonna like it, please thumbs up, ask the questions, send the emails with the questions, and we're gonna go and show you some charts. I hope everybody is see what I'm about to show you. And I'll explain. This is the S&P chart. The problem is, even though all the currencies are trading just a little slightly separated from S&P, but while everybody is dependent on each other, because you have S&P, you have a dollar index, you have a euro compared to a dollar index, and everything else. And I study what the economy is right now. The most important thing is to understand where the market is going. If you're going to take a look at the S&P, you're going to figure it out. The S&P is, for now, is going nowhere. What do we have? As you see, we have a false breakout to the upside and a false breakout to the downside, and we're still in a very, very big range. Yes, you're absolutely right. In this kind of range, you really can make a lot of money, but it's not that easy once basically we're going into the middle of the range. So what I'm trying to tell you, if you take a look right now, let's say we'll take euro. As you can see, the euro has very strong levels at 14, 114, 500. As you can see, that's what the level came from. Just for you to understand what we're considered to be as a level, let's say, support and resistance for me. The most important thing, it's many times if the channel has a pure limit orders. And if you take a look at this channel, then you can see that many times we've been basically rounding around the price of 114. That's definitely a level, while we had a few false breakout against this level. The low side of this range, technically it's 108, but right now, as you can see, the level is 110. So what do we have right now? We're going from one level to another one, from 114 to 110, from 110 to 114. Basically, it's the good part, because most of the time, automatically, if you see, the trend is only a quarter of the time. It's a statistics, the mathematics of the stock market saying that 75% of the time we have a range. The beautiful part about the range, you can really know how to trade with the stops, where to put the levels, and how to trade from the channels, from the up side of the channels and the down side of the channels. So the most important thing, it's right now when we're in the channel from 110 to 114, the most important thing is to trade from the channel, from the upside of the channel and the downside of the channel. So what do we have in euro right now? Euro looks like it's going to go back down to 110. As I said, that euro trade only technical stuff. I don't pay attention to the fundamental. Well, I know them very well, but the most important thing for me, it's what the currency or the stock. I trade stocks as well and the futures as well. what they're going to do against the levels. Let's go to the yen. If you're going to take a look, the yen right now, it's purely dead. I mean, you see, we also have a false breakout against some levels, but it's between 84 and 82.5. We're still staying in a very level. Until we're going to get out from it, it's a range. As you can see, because of the S&P, we do have range pretty much everywhere. That's why you can only allow to trade from a high and bottom of the levels with the short stops, of course. I do trade with the very short stop. Let's go to the British pound. If you're gonna take British pound, the same story, right? We are right now between 151.5 and 157, also in a very tight range, except one thing. The euro has, I'm sorry, the British pound has a one big plus. It has a very big average through range. So the British pound can easily go between 100 to 150 points very easily in one day of trading. As you can see, very important level for British pound right now is 151.5. And against that level, you can take a look what's going to be. It's either going to be a false breakout, as you can see right here, and we're going to break it down and then come back again. Either we're going to break it down and then probably go much lower to 150 levels. 150 is a very important level. As you can see, we've been at the 150 level many times. We've been going up and down against that level. So 150 is a very important level. But before we're going to go to 150, we have to go through 151.5. As I said, I'm going to show you a few more currency pairs, show you some gold, show you the oil. But the most important thing, if you do have any questions, just put them together, send it to us, and I'm going to answer the question one by one. Let's go to Canadian. Canadian dollar looks extremely bad. This is the only one currency right now which is having a lot of trouble. And if you're going to take a look at the weekly chart, so you can see that's under 75. Basically, the Canadian currency is going to be dead, and it looks like we're going to break down and go lower. I'm going to show to you right now a weekly chart. You see, this is a weekly chart. Right now, we're approaching the low, and it looks very bad. The Canadian dollar is getting destroyed, and most likely we're going to have a future problem with that. So basically, this is the one currency I would definitely short. If you can see, you also see a false breakout a few days ago on the 14th, where you can see it was a false breakout. Usually with a false breakout, we do get the stock from those guys who are getting out. So most likely those false breakout pick up some stops from a different guys. And now we can see a big run down. Go back to the daily chart. We're going to go, let's say, through Australian dollar. Australian dollar pretty much looks like a Canadian dollar as well. This is the one currency which is not in range, but which is going down big time. And as we can see, once we're going to break 69, we can have a very, very big downside going in the Canadian dollar. As I said, if you trade trend, the most important thing for you, this is the levels, highs and down levels. That's what I trade. If you trade range, the most important thing for you, this is the high or down of the level range. Let's go with the gold. The gold right now, basically in the middle of the range between 1100 and 1600. You see, that's the level. The gold basically had a very, very good run up, very fast run up from a very strong level. As you can see, it was extremely slow, 1110.80 with a lot of limit buyers. How will you expect the limit buyers? If you can see the all buyers staying at the same time, at the same price, we consider them a limit buyers because they're trying to accumulate the very large positions. Usually from a very limit orders and limit offers, you can really get a big run up. Same, it was at 10 at 1100. As you can see, we had a false breakout. We touched the low of the intermediate level, came back and did it. Now we basically, as you can see, our channel is getting smaller. Usually in the small channels, when they basically buy or sell, After that, it's going to be definitely a big run out. It's either up or down. But you can see once we're going to break out at 1140 and go up, and this is most likely is going to happen after the S&P is going to go lower. That's how the gold and S&P correlated. So once basically we're going to see a gold up 1140 and up, we can see a next run up to about 1180. If the level of 1100 is going to be breaking down again, so most likely we're going to approach the low levels. And crude, light crude, as you can see right now, looks like we're going to go higher because we have a triangle to the upside. So if we're going to break by the oil price at about 47.50, 48, we can basically have a second run up. But as I said, right now, as you can see, besides the Canadian dollar and Australian dollar, everything else looks more or less in range. Just the Canadian dollar and Australian dollar, they look not in range. They look in the trend and the downtrend. But if you can see oil, gold, and everything else is pretty much doesn't have a trend. It has a range. It's been Alexander Gerchik with you guys. I hope you did like it. This is just a little experiment, and it's a short presentation. At least you know who I am. You can basically take a look. I've been in 2006 as one of the safest trader in the New York Stock Exchange. I've been involved in a show which is called Wall Street Warriors. It's in English, so you can take a look, and at least you're going to see that I'm the person who knows what he's talking about. I know market very well. As I said, I've been in the market almost 20 years. I wish you all good luck. Put the emails together, write us. My email is agerchik@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much for your attention, and we'll be very happy to assist you. Thank you.